What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. I was finally able to get these in. I've been waiting for them ever since I got word that they were releasing them a few months ago. So now they're in. But before we dive in and talk about the price, specs, and everything else, let's hear a little bit from today's sponsor, Audio Experience.
Let me tell you a bit about our sponsor for today's video, Audio Experience. Located in Connecticut, Audio Experience has 2 appointment-only showrooms featuring dedicated audition spaces for 2-channel stereo, home theater, and custom installation audio-video for homes and businesses. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, no. Audio Experience exists to provide discerning enthusiasts like you a way of connecting with the highest quality products to transform your AV experience from the mundane to the emotionally engaging. For those of you outside of the Connecticut area, like myself, Audio Experience offers the majority of its brands online via shopaudioexperience.com. Doing business with larger retailers can often feel transactional and impersonal. By contrast, Audio Experience offers a personalized approach focused solely on your needs, offering the knowledge, care, and dedication needed to achieve truly life-changing AV solutions. Now, if you're interested in a specific product or you want to learn more, check out the links in the description of this video and make sure you let Justin at Audio Experience know that RonOnTech sent you.
All right, we are back in. Let's go ahead and talk price and specs on these. First, the price. You can pick these up for $2.99. They come in 3 colors. You got black, blue, and I believe I have the white ones here. These should be the white ones at least. As far as specs go, they rock Bluetooth 5.3 with codec support of AAC, SBC, aptX adaptive up to 24-bit 96 kilohertz, and aptX lossless. As far as noise canceling, they have an adaptive hybrid active noise canceling system with transparency mode. When we talk about battery life, with noise canceling turned off, you get up to 100 hours of playback time. That is extraordinary. With ANC on, you get up to 60 hours, which is also extraordinary in my opinion. They offer fast charge. 5 minutes will get you an additional 4 hours, and that's with noise canceling turned off. There is no water resistance rating with these guys, so I would caution you when using these at the gym, or even taking these to the gym and getting sweaty or getting caught in inclement or just rain or something, like they're getting splashed on them. So you want to be very careful with these. All right, as far as features go, each ear cup rocks a 40 millimeter three layer composite drivers with neodymium magnets. They have Class AB amplifications, which is similar to the Cambridge's Hi-Fi products. They got 6 mics, 2 dedicated beamforming with Qualcomm CVC 8.0 noise suppression for clear phone calls. You can listen either wired by either 3.5 millimeter or USB-C cable. So 2 different ways of listening to these wired. As far as they both support up to 24-bit 96 kilohertz playback. So I just wanted to make sure I put that in there as well. You got user replaceable battery for increased product lifespan and sustainability. So you can actually get in and replace the battery just like on the original P100s, which is a great thing, especially if you want to, these are going to be like the one and only pair of headphones you have. You're able to swap out the batteries, which I think that's just fantastic. You got low latency gaming mode, wear detection, you got Google Fast Pair, multi-point connectivity, and app support for Android and iOS. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's get the seal broke on these, and let's see what we got going on here. Is that a sleeve? No. Make sure there's no other tape around. I don't see any. Let's go ahead and get this open. All right. Here we go. Trying to keep things kind of pristine. I think I ripped the corner, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get this out. All right. Now you got the Cambridge logo logo stamped or embroidered, embossed in here rather, into the box here. All this is recyclable, by the way, which is really cool. And there they are. Yep, I got the white ones inside here. You got a message from James Johnson Flint, CEO of Cambridge Audio. Yeah. Dear music lover, thank you for purchasing these headphones. It proves we are a shared community. It proves we share a common passion. Sorry, I don't know where I got community from. We're both made by music, etc., etc. So you do got a really good one there. That's a nice touch, as by the way. I don't know where I got community from when it said common, but I digress. All right, so let's go ahead and pop these out. Now, again, these are the white. It looks kind of almost like a really light gray. The case does. I mean, it probably looks white here on the camera, but to me, it looks like a really, really light gray. But I still like it. Very similar. Let me pull out my case. Is very similar to the originals. The P100s. Here I had them in black, but the case is very similar. I do love the fact that they keep that little pocket here where you can put your zipper in, so that way it's tucked away. I like that little touch there, and the zipper is covered, which is really nice. You always want I like the fact that they have that, just in case some like rainwater gets on, it will run through and it won't get into the zipper and with the possibility of getting into the inside where your headphones are. So let's go ahead and get this out. Okay, nice smooth zipper all the way around. Let's pop this open. I like this color. All right, before I jump on, I'm about to jump on these. Let me just go ahead and we've got our books and our information and stuff. Then you start here. I guess you can download the Cambridge app if you haven't done it already. Like if you haven't had any of the other products, you want to go there. And this looks like it's just our books and information here. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that's what that is. It's just just our quick start guide and everything, and we got our safety information behind it. And you have a nice little cheat sheet. Okay, so nicely done there. Okay, and of course inside the case you got poison for your trolls, and you've got your USB-C to 3.5 millimeter jack cable for listening, and of course you have your USB-C to USB-C cable for audio as well as charging. And you got, again, recyclable cable management, PAP 21 as what they have it labeled on here. All right, so very nice. I like that touch. We'll put that back in there for now. I love how that magnetically closes. All right, and here let's take a quick look at the headphones. Again, they call these white. They feel like a very, very light gray to me. Let's get the case out the way. But man, very similar to, almost identical to the originals. These folk, yes, I love it. They give you that 180 degree turn, so you can lay them flat either way. Love that. Absolutely love it. All right, and nice, soft cushions on the ear pads. Okay, decent padding on the headband. You got that vegan leather all the way around, vegan leather over the top, vegan leather with the ear pads. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put these on. All right, let's flip the camera real quick. Yeah, very comfortable. Even when I'm turned off, you're getting really good noise isolation with these. There's a decent clamping force, not too tight, not too loose. They feel really good. They let's see, take a look. You can see how it totally engulfs my ears. And the funny thing is my ears are in the center. They're not touching the sides or the wall where the speaker is. I'm not touching that at all either. But again, that shows depth in the ear cups. But you know, all ears are different. So what might work for me may not work for you. But you want to definitely something to think about. But definitely these are got a nice deep cavern in there. So my ears at least are not touching anything, which is, I absolutely love it. All right, so what we want to do now is we're going to go ahead, get these guys powered on and paired up, and take a walk through their app. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. Let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. Let's go ahead and see if they got some juice with them. All right, got power on. Now they're in pairing mode. And just like that, they are paired up to the Z Fold 7. Very nice. Let's go ahead and connect. Notice it says P100. It doesn't say the SE. It doesn't give you that option there. So now it's telling you to download the app. We already have the app, so we're going to go ahead and hit done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead into the app. And we're going to see about pairing, see if it... Okay, so now it says the SE. All right, so we are definitely in, and as you can see, we got a firmware update. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and run this update, and we'll come back and take a walk through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. We got the update finished. Let's go ahead and take a quick walk through the app. As you can see here, we got the name of, we got the picture of the headphones rather. We got the name of them, and we also have the battery level. I guess not battery level, but the battery amount and percentage. You got your firmware version there as well. Let me see if we can get a little tighter in here. There we go. All right. And of course, you got your equalizer options here. You've got your presets, flat, blues, electronic. You got natural, rock, and voice. And then, of course, you can customize. You can go through that. All right. And then, of course, let me see. Go back into customize. Yep. Yeah, okay. You can set up your own equalizer there. Excuse me. Then, of course, you have your ambient noise options. You got normal, noise canceling, and transparency mode. When you got noise canceling, you can go ahead and you can select high, medium, or low. In transparency mode, you can go in and do high, medium, high, low, or voice focus. So that being focusing on the person who's talking to you. All right, and then of course you got your dynamic EQ. You can enable or disable that. Basically allows you to maintain the clarity and everything despite the volume level. So that's pretty good. You got your wear detection. You can turn that off and on. Basically, when you take the headphones off, the audio will pause. You put it back on, audio will resume. You got your user guide. You can quick access all these different options or how to do how-to options there. Of course, you got your gaming mode option. You can enable that or disable it. I usually leave it if I'm watching videos or something like that or a movie with these. I would enable that. That way, definitely takes care of any type of latency issues. And of course, you got your auto power off. I like mine at 30 minutes, so we're going to put it there. You got, as you can see, you got 30, 60, or never. I just put mine at 30 minutes. I like that. Then, of course, you got your audible feedback. You can choose from either off, tones, or you got various languages to choose from. So we'll just go with English, of course. Then, of course, down here at the bottom here, you got your, we are in the headphone section. Then you can go to the app section where you can give your feedback. You got product registration, tech support, and then you can restore all your prompts there as well. So a very streamlined, one of the more streamlined apps, but definitely gives you everything you want. I like that. Yeah, it is really, really good. And I like the way just the interface looks really, really clean in my opinion. All right, so let's go ahead and start some testing. All right, we are back in. What we're going to do now is we're going to test the multi-point connectivity feature for the P100 SEs. I'll just show you. I don't know if I did show you guys in the app that I did have the multi-point connectivity option turned on. I got wear detection. Let me see. There's another wear detection. Okay, so it must be turned on because let me see. Yeah, it must be turned on. All right, so what we're going to do, we got to connect it here to the Z Fold 7. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and turn off the Bluetooth here. All right, so now we're going to put these guys back into Bluetooth mode already, and bam, my tablet, the S10 Ultra, already sees it. This thing is moving really quick. So we're going to go ahead and pair it here. All right, we got it paired. We're going to hit done. And now we're going to go ahead and turn back on the Bluetooth on the S7, the Z Fold 7, and we're going to go ahead and connect. And we are connected here. And we are connected here. As you can see, them touches. Let me go back. All right, here we go. I keep that touch screen. I just keep touching it. All right, but y'all got the idea. So we are connected to both devices. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put these on. We're going to go ahead and test this out with a couple. We're going to pull up a couple videos. And so, man, wear detection, is we're going to test that out here as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the video here on the tablet. All right. We'll play this one with the full caliber tees. All right. And we're going to pull one here on the phone. All right, so we're going to go it that way. Crank it a little bit. All right, so we got audio here. Well, we got videos up, rather. So now let's go ahead and test it. We're going to start here on the phone. All right, we got audio playing. We're going to pause that. Now we're going to come back over to the tablet. Now we got audio from the tablet as well. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to see if I hit play here on the Z Fold 7, will it switch over, the audio switch over to the phone? Here we go. No, it doesn't. So there is no audio switching or auto switching here, but Multipoint does work with no problems. I like how clean it is. You pause and hit play. It's almost immediate. Again, not having auto switch is not a deal breaker for me. Hopefully they'll do put that in a firmware update in the future. Let's continue. All right, next up, what we're going to test is the wear sensor. We're going to see the wear detection sensor, that is. We're going to see how fast it pauses my audio from when the times I take the headphones off, and how fast it reestablishes my audio when I put them back on. All right, so we're going to slide this over to the side here. All right, we got our audio. We got our video up with audio, so we're going to hit play. All right, everything's playing, so we're going to go ahead and take them on. All right, about a second or maybe a second and a half. Let's go ahead and put them back on. And that's instant. That is instant. All right, let's go ahead and take them out. Now it's gotten faster. All right, let's go ahead and put it back on. And it's instant. Now, what I did notice is that now the audio, at this time, the audio just stopped. Like, it's maybe something didn't cut out. Now, it hasn't come back on. So let's go ahead and, all right, I had to pause it. Let's see if that was just a glitch, all right? Because what happened is I put them back on, audio started and then went out, although the video kept playing. So I had to pause the video, then play it again in order for that to kick back in. Let's see if it happens again, because it just might be a glitch. All right, here we go. All right, you see it pause, auto detection working. Let's go ahead and put you back on. All right, now for some it continued. I still got audio now. Let me pause this. But what happened is it skipped a little bit. It cut out and then came back in. Previously, it cut out and didn't come back. So I had to, like I said, I had to pause the audio and then hit play. But this time, it cut out briefly, but it came back in and audio continues. So I think that's something they're going to have to address in another firmware update. Because I could see how that could happen, where they come back on, you'll get like a little blurb of audio, and then all of a sudden your audio quits, and then you gotta pause whatever you're watching and then hit play again in order for it to kick back in. That could easily become a problem, an issue, a nuisance for us listeners. All right. So other than that, the audio, the wear detection sensor works wonderfully. Again, it got quicker. The more I took them off, they respond a lot faster. So you got now I got less than a second before it pauses, but the other side of it, when it goes to start, that's something we got to take a look at. All right. Other than that, I'm nothing but smiles. Let's continue. All right, we are back in. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through the touch controls. We're gonna test them out real fast. So we got our audio ready to go. The main controls are on your right ear cup, where your ANC is on your left. So what we're gonna go ahead and work these out and see how they do. All right, so here we're gonna hit play. All right, we got audio on in the headphones. Now I did turn off the wear detection, so I don't have to worry about it pausing in the middle of our testing. So here we go. All right, as far as the center button here, if you play pause, press 1 to pause it. Press 1 to play. And it also works when answering and ending calls as well. Let's see, we press and hold the play button. Nothing happens. Okay, so I thought that would call up your voice assistant. So what we're going to do is we got your volume up and volume down. So you hit volume up, obviously. It turns up the volume. Volume down, turns down the volume. Now, if you're going with the volume up, if you double click on that, it should take you to the next song. All right. And then clicking on the volume down will take you to the previous song or take you to the beginning of the current song that you're listening to. All right. So then, of course, you've got your noise canceling option here. Let's go ahead and pull up the app so you guys can see. All right. So now if I hit noise canceling, all right, I got a voice in there. I heard a voice saying noise canceling. Now I got that on. Then I hit the ANC again. And you got transparency. So let's go ahead and press and hold. You got nothing. Double press. Okay, that brings up the voice assistant. See, I'm still not even finished setting this one up. So we'll go with Google. Always. What's the weather for tomorrow? All right, so it's telling me what the weather is for tomorrow. Fantastic. All right, so it works. I didn't have it set up. So you double press on the ANC button. That will bring up your voice assistant. All right, so instead of the play pause button, which I thought it was, again, I thought I read that in there, but apparently I was wrong. All right, so as far as that goes, let me pause this. All the features work, all the buttons work. They work fantastically well responsive and everything. Let's continue.
This is a mic test with the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Cambridge Melomania P100 SE headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones in a crowded location.
All right, we are out for an ANC test with the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. Right now, let me paint the picture for you. We've got traffic going back and forth behind me. We got a nice little light breeze. It's a beautiful day. And yeah, we got some good, oh yeah, and we got the trains over here running the rails, so you might pick up some of that audio as well. So right now we do have the app up, and we are currently in transparency mode. And to be honest with you, I can hear everything just fine. Nothing sounds muffled at all. I'm sorry I keep moving the camera like that, but they're doing a really good job right now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and put on noise canceling. All right, I have noise canceling on, and it is set to the high option. And I have to admit, it's doing a really good job. Fantastic job. All right, I got cars running past right now. I literally could barely hear them. Is it blocking it all out like 100% blockage? No, but it's blocking them out enough where I have to keep my head on a swivel if I was walking and listening to something. Now, just to let you know, I am not listening to audio currently while I'm doing this test. This is strictly the strength of the noise canceling on these headphones. And like I said, they're doing a fantastic job. I got the wind blowing. I can feel it on my skin, but I cannot hear it through the mics on the headphones. So they're doing a wonderful job. Again, I could barely hear these cars running behind me. I know the mic on me is picking it up just fine. But man, these are doing a fantastic job. Again, not blocking out everything, but everything is very, very quiet. So if I had to rate these from 1 to 10 rather, 1 being absolute trash, 10 being the best there is, I would give these a solid 8.5 in my opinion. They're doing a fantastic job. Again, that blue truck, the only way I know it's blue is because I saw it in the camera, but these cars coming right now, I could barely hear them, and they're in succession. So usually when they're in succession, you tend to hear it with other headphones outside of your Bose, Sony's, the Sonos Ace, even the Bang & Olufsen H100s, those kind of things. You in that area, those they kind of muffle them. These doing a fantastic job of meeting those guys on that level. All right. So again, 8.5 on these. They're doing a fantastic job stepping up their noise canceling on these headphones from the originals. And that will wrap up the ANC test for the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. They nice and improvement, doing a great job. All right, what we're gonna do now is the sound test. We are back in the app, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you my EQ settings that I'm rocking with on these. More of a V shape look to them. I wish this could expand out a little bit more so you can definitely see the V on there, but it is what it is. All right, so I wanted to quickly show you guys that. So let's go ahead and make sure we are in noise canceling mode. I have that turned on to high, because that's how I normally listen to my audio. I do have the dynamic EQ also turned on. So, and let's go ahead and I want to check something real fast. I don't think these guys support it, but I want to check it anyway. Check it, see if they have. Okay, so they just run on aptX adaptive and stuff. All right, so there is no LDAC on these. All right, so we got that. So let's go ahead and get into our music. All right. Let's get our first song up here. All right, let's get that. Let's pause up. All right. So let's go ahead and put it this way. All right, let's pause. All right, so our first song, Dominique Feels I Me, Feeling Good. Our acapella song, let's cut our camera over. All right, we putting on the P100 SEs. Here we go. Let's check our volume level first. All right. Okay, we're there. Let's get our cutaway. All right, here we go. Dominic Feels Like Me, song number 1. The Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SEs. And my watch is messing up. Let's go. All right. Immediately, nice volume. I don't have to worry about turning it up. Nice clarity with the vocalist. You got your standard soundstage, not too wide, not too narrow. The vocalist, nice and clear. You got a good nuance, like her breathing and her enunciation. The B's, P's, and T's. Again, I love that they pick up her breathing. Very clean. Yeah, get that breathing, man. And I like how the background vocalist fills in behind her, and it's balanced too, so no one's overpowered. My favorite part of this is the harmonizing. So here we are. If you have these songs, listen, check them out. Let me pause that. They're either I'm using Deezer, but they're either on what is it? The other one, Tidal as well. Probably Spotify, Google, Apple Music, Amazon Music. It could be anywhere, any of them streaming services. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to song number 2, which is our bass song. As soon as I can find it. There he is. All right. So we got our bass song up, which is E40 featuring T-Pain and Candy Girl. Here we go. Let's get it. Okay, I like the punch of the bass. Wish it had a little bit more bump to it, but sounds clean. And the fade out, ripples in a pond, fades away nicely. T-Pain comes in. He's sounding nice and clear. That auto-tune has that little tinny flavor to it, but not piercing the ear. Let's go ahead and turn these up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, that bass is clean. Get up to them higher ones. No distortion. All right, let's come back down. I didn't go all the way up to 100%, but I'll go up to the point where I'm good. But, man, they sound really clear. All right, now we got E40 coming in. Again, very clear vocals. The mids and highs are doing great on these. But that bass is clean. I wish it had a little bit more punch. It had just a little bit more oomph to it. I'm thinking maybe because of the tuning or whatever, but it'd be like some of the best when it comes to bass on this, because when you turn it up to a higher volume level, that bass really comes out and it really shines, and it's nice and powerful. It doesn't even get distorted at the higher volume levels. And I love the fade out on the low end. Again, just fades away, doesn't cut off. It completely fades out before the next bass hit comes in. I love that. Absolutely. I love that attention to detail. All right, let's go ahead and get into our one more song. Let's pick something more recent. Let's go in. Let's check out Clips. See what they got going on. Let's do that. So Be It. Let me go. So Be It by Clips. Here we go. Get a little bit of this. All right, already Pusha T sounding clear. I like the Arabian sound. Woo! Oh, that bass. Oh, that's clean. I mean, you can hear his vocals and the Arabian type of sound in the background. It sounds so clean. Oh, that sound. I love that bass hit on these. Oh, that's so clean. All right, let me get this one more reverse in here. Yeah. I'll bust a brick if you let me. Oh, that's so clean. I love it. Well, this. I got 8 of them call me Andretti. Oh, that's so cool. All right, man, that's clean. I love the bass hit on that. Oh, it was. And then of course the vocalist Pusha T's verse. I know Malice comes after that. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. But man, he just sounded real clear. And again, they had like an Arabian a male vocals in the background. You can hear him just as clear too, but you got depth too because he was rapping up front. The Arabian guy was in the backdrop, and you could tell there's some depth there. That was fire, absolute fire. All right, whoops, I went back. I went back one too long. All right, let's go ahead and let's see who else we want to try real quick. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna do a little one up some old school. All right, let's go in. Let's do the formula DOC. Here we go. Let's try that one. Okay. Now this is where the bass takes a different case. It's more pushed back a little bit, but it still sounds clean. And the DOC comes in, he sounds very clear rapping. Very smooth. Even the bass, even though it's like more towards the back, it still sounds smooth hit. Very. Okay. Yeah, it sounds really good. I just wish on this one, I wish the bass was a little bit more prominent. But again, it could be the recording of the song, because just like I was saying, I went into So Be It, and that bass was like, it was hitting. Excuse me. It just sounded really good. But this one, it sounds decent. I just wish it was a little bit more prominent on the bass side, but the lyrics crystal clear. All right. I know another. All right, we're gonna step out of the hip hop realm, although I love to be there. We're gonna go ahead and do. I know I'm making this run a little long, but I want to be okay. Let's go ahead and get some Guns N' Roses up in here. Let's see. Sweet Child of Mine. Let's see. That guitar rip solo at the beginning is savage. Oh, he is killing it. Now I got the other guitar in this, so you got nice separation, nice sound stage. Now we got some drums kicking in. Now it's about to kick up. It's picking up now. Here we go. Yeah. Now you got everybody in. And that's clean. All right, now we got it. Now we got Axl Rose in singing. Nice, clear. Again, you got the full band in, and they sound fantastic. Nice balance. All right, I ain't gonna go on that too long, but man, that sound really, really good. Ooh, I had a lot of fun with that. I love that guitar solo. That's like some of the best guitar work out there. And yeah, it was his name, Slash. I think that's his name. Yeah, he actually was savage on that. That was fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get into our final song here. We'll go all instrumental. Kenny G, Home. Here we go. All right, right at the top, Chris mids and highs with the keyboard. All right, this transition to the low keys was subtle. Wish it had a little bit more punch there. But the saxophone sounds silk. Just smooth. Got that little touch of echo in there. Again, so I love the clarity of the saxophone. And again, keyboard, you're getting that balance there. Now there's a low key. He strikes the low keys there, gives you the little low bass, but it's very faint with these. It's not being picked up as well as I would hope. but it's still very clean. All right, yeah. So yeah, it was decent. I just wish the low end, the lower keys were a little bit more prominent, had a little bit more presence in this song than they did. But yeah, it sound really good. And going across all three of those, I don't know how many, 3, 4, 5 songs. I don't know. I lost count. These guys hold up well. They hold up very well. They give you really good clarity when it comes to instruments and vocals. And the bass, I guess, depending on the song, it will fluctuate. You'll get really good bass, and then sometimes you'll be like, feel like the bass is kind of lacking. But again, that could be contributed to the song, or something like that. But we'll figure that out. But other than that, these guys are fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes for the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. And as far as likes go, there aren't too many. I don't foresee. Only thing I do wish they would change is I guess the bass tuning. And again, that could be on the because of the song or how old the song is. It may need to be remastered or something like that. It could be something like that, as simple because during the sound test, some songs had bass really pumped, and then some were supposed to have that same type of bass. Kind of felt gave me a little bit of punch, but not the punch I was expecting. Let me see. Anything else that I really did that I dislike on here that should be mentioned? No, I get the same fit and feel as with the original P100. So the ear cups are nice and comfortable, nice and soft. I love so yeah, I can't think of too many things that I dislike other than what I just discussed when it came to the bass. Now let's go ahead and talk about my likes. Now this list is a little longer. I like, first of all, the fit and feel. Like I said, very comfortable in the same line, just as comfortable as the P100s. Your control stacks or your control sets are on the same, are lined up the same. So you're not having to adjust based on this one and its predecessor, so you're good there. I love the fact that you can get into each ear cup and change out the battery pack. You can do that yourself. You just got to get the parts from Cambridge, have them sent to you, and then you can do that. Really allows the headphones to be sustainable for a long period of time. Then I love the way these guys fit on the head. You got nice, decent clamping force, but it's negated with these soft ear pads and everything. Again, I guess you can put this under dislikes. I wish the headrest or the headband had a little bit more cushion to it. But we'll put that on the dislike pile there. But yeah, I love the way these guys fit and feel, and just the natural noise isolation is good. The noise canceling is fantastic. 8.5 is what I gave it. It literally blocked out just about everything. Absolutely love that. Let's see, the app. Again, one of the best, nice app. I like it. Really streamlined, but it gives me everything I need on it, in which I appreciate. Let me see. What else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's. Let me see. You got multi-point connectivity. Also, you do not have auto switching, so that's over on the dislikes. But that's okay. Again, that's not a deal breaker for me. Google Fast Pair works fast. I got the wear detection. Started off we had a little hiccup there, whereas when you took them off and then you put them back on, it cut off the audio. But the more I did it started to clear up and everything. So I don't know if that was just like a software thing or what, but it started to correct itself, and now I don't have any issues with the wear detection as of right now. But if there is one, then I will definitely report that back to Cambridge Audio if they're not watching this video right now. So let's see. We got that. Like I said, Multipoint, the app. a gaming mode. I did not test that on this one, but the fact that you do have that low latency is definitely a plus when you're watching videos or even playing games. I love the fact that you got two options of wired listening you can go with. You got your USB-C cable and you have your USB-C, the 3.5 millimeter cable that you can use for listening. And they both give you that high res audio as well. So you definitely got that. Let's see. Yeah, I like the build quality on these. You got some metal, some plastic, some hard plastics. Like, I think that's like aluminum there. Helps with weight and everything. But they look fantastic. The white ones, they look great. I mean, I have the black and they look good too, but I don't know what it is. It's kind of like this, I said like it's like a really, really light gray. They call it white, but at least the color matches my A100s to the T. They color match them perfectly. But man, yeah, these guys, they really do a great job there. And the sound, I love the sound, love the natural volume of these. I don't have to turn them up. And I love the mids and highs, how crisp the vocals and instruments sound on these. And like I said, when it came to bass, I already mentioned that earlier, so I'm not going to go back over that. So yeah, I think that covers everything for my likes and dislikes of the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. Let's close this out. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Cambridge Audio Melomania P100 SE headphones. Huge shout out to our sponsor of this video, Audio Experience, for being able to supply these for the honest unboxing and review. Very, very good upgrade to the original P100s. Definitely, if you're in the market for a pair of headphones, I definitely would recommend you take a look at these as a possible purchase. They're really good. I don't have too much bad to say about them, which is always a good thing when it comes to these videos. So if you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do other unboxing videos, head-to-heads, gauntlet series, and the like, go and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.